As I'm watching this situation with this mystery illness unfold in China and now other parts of the world, including right here in America, I can't help but feel like China may have something up their sleeves with this one. And here's why I say that. Let me know if you think this sounds weird. Now, as I've shown you earlier in the week, China is starting to go into a soft lockdown in certain areas. They're shutting down schools. They're telling certain people to stay home. They're out there in hazmat suits, disinfecting neighborhoods, schools, bus stations, you name it, right? But as China is doing that, you would think that China would be restricting the travel to and from their country right now. But they're not. In fact, they're doing the exact opposite. In order to boost tourism, China is offering visa-free travel for citizens from France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, and Malaysia, as well as other countries. So in the middle of this health scare, when you would think they would be shutting down travel, no. They're making it easier than ever to travel to China. They're like, hey, you don't need a visa. You don't need none of that paperwork. Come on in, people. We want all of these European countries. We want y'all coming into China. Meanwhile, China is telling its own people, hey, stay home. There's a new sickness out there. Stay home. Wear a mask. Social distance. They're telling their people to do that. They're telling the kids in China to do that, the parents to do that with their kids in China. Meanwhile, they're turning to Europe like, hey, please, come on in. Come on in. And it just so happens that the first place that this mystery illness reached besides China was the Netherlands. And it just so happens the Netherlands was at the top of China's list of countries and different areas throughout the world that they're welcoming in with open arms right now for some reason. I find that extremely odd. Extremely odd. It doesn't make sense. You're telling your own people, hey, it's crazy out here. This illness is spreading. You need to stay home, wear a mask, do this, do that. And then you turn to the Europeans like, hey, you don't need a visa. You don't need no paperwork. We want you to come to China right now. Please come right now. And before you know it, this thing is spreading across the world. Now, earlier today, just about an hour before I sat down to record this video, 5 senators wrote a letter to Biden asking Biden to shut down travel from China. Now, I believe these were all Republican senators. And you would think that they would be the ones not taking this situation as seriously. But they're already asking Biden to shut down travel. I want to go ahead and read this letter to you. Dear Mr. President, in light of an unknown respiratory illness spreading through the People's Republic of China, we call on you to immediately restrict travel between the United States and the PRC. As you know, the Chinese Communist Party has a long history of lying about public health crises. During the beer bug, the CCP had a lack of transparency, and it robbed the United States of vital knowledge about the sickness and its origin. On January 31st, 2020, President Trump issued an order to restrict travel from the PRC and to the United States to protect the American people and to counter the spread of the beer bug. Many officials and commentators, including you, criticized his decision as being influenced by xenophobia. But history and common sense show his decision was the right one. At this moment, the world faces another unknown pathogen emanating from the PRC that could spread to other countries, including the United States. The PRC has reported an increase in this mystery illness, which it claims to be pneumonia caused by known pathogens since mid-October. This illness reportedly is a special hazard for children and has overrun hospitals in the north of the country. The WHO says it is unclear if the disease is due to an unknown or an overall increase in respiratory infections or separate events. If history is any indication, we have cause to be concerned. The WHO has requested that the CCP share detailed information about the mystery illness. However, CCP has an incentive to lie, just as they did throughout the beer bug, and any new pathogen could derail its efforts to stimulate its economy. Besides, we should not wait for the WHO to take action, given its track record of slavish deference to the CCP. We must take the necessary steps to protect the health of Americans and our economy. That means we should immediately restrict travel between the United States and the PRC until we know more about the dangers posed by this new illness. A ban on travel now could save our country from death, lockdowns, mandates, and further outbreaks later. Thank you for your attention to this important matter. So, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and make a mental note of this. On December 1st, 2023, we have senators requesting that they shut down travel to and from China. Now, I don't know how this is going to play out yet. Maybe a couple of months from now, we'll never hear about this again, and they'll have something else to distract us with. Or maybe a couple of months from now, we're looking at a situation where they claim that the hospitals are overrun again. They claim that your kids aren't safe to go to school. They claim that you're not safe to go to work. And I'm telling you, it's already playing out right before your eyes. There's a lot of people, including some of my viewers, who aren't taking this seriously. They're not worried about it. And I get it. I get it. Trust me, with everything that we dealt with a few years ago. But the fact remains the same, that the gears are turning, folks. The gears are turning. It was just a few days ago that we found out this thing existed, and now we have 5 senators already requesting to shut down travel to and from China. Meanwhile, China, on the other hand, as they lock down their people and walk around in hazmat suits, they're telling people from European countries that they need to come to China. Please come visit. We love the tourism. All of a sudden, they want all of these people to come. I wonder why. That sounds kind of weird to me. It's almost as if they want this thing to spread. It's almost as if that's what they want. But make no mistake about it, people. This is unraveling very fast. It's hard to keep up with. I'm trying to keep up with all of the little updates. I know that we have outbreaks now in India and other countries as well. I will try to update you on that later, but for now, let me know your thoughts about all of this down in the comments below. If you're feeling generous, you can support the channel directly via CashApp. I will have my CashApp in the pinned comment of this video, or you can donate to the channel via Super Thanks, or you can support the channel for free by sharing this video, subscribing, ringing that notification bell. But anyways, I'll talk to you all soon in the next video.